Hey yo! Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing Teen Titans, a kid's game. Take a look at this cover right here. Now, a kid's game is Jeff John's start on the Teen Titans, and this is a brand new Teen Titans, seeing that this is the first Titan title since the new Teen Titans title way back in the day. So in this, we get old Teen Titans members Cyborg, Starfire, and Changeling, who is now called Beast Boy, teaching younger generations of heroes how to become heroes and what it means to be a Titan. Now, in doing this review, I'm not going to focus so much on the story, although I will touch upon it. Rather, I would like to talk about the newest incarnation of this team. Seeing that this is the start of the Teen Titans under this title, it's only right that I talk about the team members themselves. So, let's get into it. First thing is we'll start with Cyborg. And Cyborg is now the new team leader of the Teen Titans. And see, Cyborg resurrected the Teen Titans as a means to kind of guide younger generations of heroes into the right direction that they should be. Because it's only uniquely, rightfully so, that Cyborg does this. Because Cyborg, when he first started joining the Titans, he didn't want to be a member of the Teen Titans. And it was the Titans themselves that actually made Cyborg grow up. It made Cyborg mature and realize the world isn't just about him. So it's kind of come full circle for Cyborg, because he turns in from when he was introduced with George Perez and Mars Wolfman in the new Teen Titans, kind of like this whiny, cryy, bitchy, moany superhero, into this team leader teaching this younger generation. So Cyborg is an interesting new take on the character. Next would be Starfire. Now, Starfire is also a former member, and she's a little bit more upfront about being a Teen Titan teacher than some of the other ones. She's a little bit more direct. For example, she goes behind Wonder Woman's back and takes Wonder Girl to Titan Tower. So she's pretty direct in her actions. There's not really much I can touch upon Starfire because she's one of the least developed characters out of the bunch. Starfire doesn't get as much attention here as she did in previous Titan titles. And she stays with the Titans only for so long. Around the 4th or 5th volume of the Teen Titans title, she eventually leaves to join the Outsiders. But we'll deal with that when that comes. But now she's a Titan member. And then we have the final senior member, who's not that much older than the other Titans, Changeling / Beast Boy. It's going to take a lot for me to say Beast Boy instead of saying Changeling. Beast Boy was the youngest Titan member on his older team. However, now he's slightly older than the other ones. I think he's now 18 or 19, and everyone else is within 15, 16, or 17. So, Changeling, Beast Boy is having, it's kind of difficult for him to kind of transition into the role of kind of like team member into one of the team leaders. He has more of a connection with the team than maybe Cyborg and Starfire do right away, because he is within the age range of the other team members. However, Beast Boy, he's just Beast Boy. I mean, what can I say about him? But really, Cyborg becomes the rock of the team. He becomes the team leader, and he becomes kind of the heart and soul of the team, for lack of a better term. Next, we'll talk about Superboy. Now, Superboy, it's not that he doesn't want to join the Titans, but he's a little reluctant on joining the Titans because a lot is going along in his life right now. I mean, he kind of realizes that not only does he have Superman's DNA in him, but he also has Lex Luthor's DNA. So he's really torn between one father being evil and the other father being good. Does that mean he's going to follow the Luthor path or the Superman path? And he has this grudging affection towards Wonder Girl, which will develop over time. Which will bring us next to Wonder Girl. Wonder Girl is one of I think, the better developed characters in the whole book, and she really doesn't know where she belongs, and Teen Titans is really kind of a second home to her, because at this point she's not fitting in any school, she's not doing a good job as being a hero, so she openly accepts becoming a Teen Titan member. Although Wonder Woman doesn't necessarily like the idea up front, she joins the team. Next is Robin. And Robin is kind of unique because Robin's not sure if he should be on the team. At least at first. Batman kind of tells him, you should be with your friends, you should be on this team. And he kind of joins the team. And he's more curious about Superboy and his his problems rather than the team itself. But Robin quickly molds into the role of a team member, and he becomes a Titan quite much earlier than some of the other Titans do. And lastly, we'll come upon Impulse / Kid Flash. He is the one Titan member next to Superboy that takes the longest to actually come full fruition into the mold. He's the first bit of the book. He's standardly Impulse, going around, goofing around, being Impulse. I mean, that's what Impulse does. He's a comic relief character, but in this he really matures and he grows up. It takes a shotgun blast to the knee for him to really start to get his act together, and he changes from Impulse to Kid Flash. And right away in this title right here, he goes from a sidekick that I really didn't care about into a sidekick I really dig. So Bart Allen's kind of a cool kid. He really starts to grow on me in this. And there's also Raven on the title, but she really doesn't show up until Volume 2, so we'll deal with Raven a little bit later. The basic story is Cyborg gathering all the Teen Titan members together and telling them that every Saturday and Sunday the Teen Titans will meet. We'll be a team on the Saturday and Sunday. This is a place where you guys can go to get away from all your mentors and all the troubles of the world. This is a place where you guys can grow and be a team. Quickly they are attacked by Deathstroke the Terminator. Of course, if you're going to have a new Teen Titan title, you can't go without Deathstroke. However, there's something fishy about Deathstroke, and you'll find later on that it's actually a unique angle on Deathstroke. What mystery there is with him. Because Deathstroke isn't acting necessarily how Deathstroke usually acts. In addition to that, we also get a little thing where the superheroes, the mentors, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, all kind of show up at Titan Tower, pissed off at Cyborg, Starfire, and Beast Boy. Mostly Cyborg and Starfire. And there's a big fight and kind of a arguing back and forth, Titans versus Justice League kind of thing. It isn't until Nightwing shows up and he says, "Everyone shut the fuck up. Listen, this is what's going to go down." And Nightwing sorts it all out. But those are the basic stories right there, and there's some kind of subtle hints to what the next story arc is going to be. I don't want to get into that too much either. I want the reader to go in this fresh, kind of not knowing what happens. Kind of, for the most part. Now, onto the good, the bad, and whether or not you should get it. Jeff Johns, the good. Jeff Johns does a good job at formulating this team, and he puts it under a good format. The team itself has a very much family-like feel to it early on, which I believe the Teen Titans, out of all the DC teams, has that feel. I mean, the Justice League is by far probably the best team in the DC universe, but they don't have a family feel. Nor does the Outsiders, or Checkmate, or anything else. But the Titans, they have a family feel, and you get that early on. I think Jeff Johns did a good job at picking what Titan members to be in there. Essentially, they mirror what the new Teen Titans were. We have a Wonder Girl, we have a Robin, we have Beast Boy, we have Starfire, we have Cyborg, we eventually have Raven. The only really new addition is we have now a Superboy. But the team works well together. There's a lot of chemistry between the characters, specifically Superboy and Robin, Superboy and Wonder Girl, who have a thing for each other, Cyborg and the whole team, and Kid Flash and the whole team. So there's a lot of chemistry there. The only character I think that doesn't have that much chemistry with anyone else is probably Starfire. That's probably why she leaves a little bit later on in the book. Not this book, but the title itself. Bad. After you deal with the Deathstroke story arc, the other stuff is good, and it adds to what the Teen Titans is as a comic. However, there's really not much of a story arc after the Deathstroke thing. There's a little bit, but not really much. So, but that's probably the only bad, if there's any. I really have no complaint whatsoever with this book. And I suggest it to anyone that wants to get into Titans that can't get their hands on the older, new Teen Titan stuff. Because, let's be honest here, the Teen Titan archives are $50 each, and finding them's a bitch. Even getting them online is going to be a bitch. So, I mean, if you can't get into the George Perez, Marv Wolfman stuff, which is a damn shame, but if you can't, Jeff Johns does a good job at making a good gateway entry point for any new Teen Titan member, as in a new reader for the Teen Titans. You get the point. But this is a great book. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and once I read it, I said, you know what? I was worried about Jeff Johns taking control of the title, but not anymore. And this just renews my passion with the Teen Titans, and I have since gone fanatically out to buy Jeff Johns' work on the Titans. I think I'm up to volume 6 at this point, so yes, volume 6. So with that said, a kid's game. It is really good. It is really fun. You will really enjoy it, and I really, 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 really do recommend picking up. Especially if you can't get your hands on the older stuff, this is a great place to start off with the Titans. So with that said, I'm going to end the review here. This is Andrew saying, peace out for now.